on this episode of The Twisted Realm.
We've made our way back over to the Exchange Hotel in Gordonsville, Virginia. We brought Team Twisted here to investigate the 3 different buildings that are located on this property. Behind me is building number 1, the Exchange Hotel, which also served as a Civil War hospital. Behind me we have the summer kitchen, also known as the slave quarters here on the property. During the Civil War, Major Richards used it as his quartermaster. He's a very dominant male spirit that lives on the 2nd floor. Right across from him is another very dominant spirit. She's the mistress of the night, Miss Olivia. And behind us, we have the infamous depot. This is probably one of the darkest locations on this property. Right beside me, we have tracks. This is where the train would stop, unload the wounded, and unload the bodies, which a lot were stacked just inside this building. Over our many investigations that we've done here, this is probably one of the darkest spots that we have ever done as far as investigating goes. So we're looking forward to getting into this tonight. So here we are in Gordonsville, Virginia, to investigate the 3 different buildings on this property: the Exchange, the summer kitchen, and the depot itself. All of this we're bringing to you on another exciting episode of The Twisted Realm. In this world of the unknown, is there a realm between life and death? Join us as we travel up and down the East Coast, researching and investigating many locations with claims of paranormal activity. Gotta get closer than that. Oh my Lord.
Oh.
We are believers. Glad to see you.
Good job.
Yay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Hey, Lyle.
Come back down and look at that stuff on the bench there. If you actually touch them, they'll light up for us.
We are seekers of the truth.
Hey,
Boom.
Grandpa,
Let me get that thing going.
look at that thing. That thing.
We are the Twisted Paranormal Society. And this is The Twisted Realm. Over the years, as we have traveled Route 15 to the Exchange Hotel Civil War Museum, you get the feeling that you are entering sacred, hallowed grounds, which lead you towards the Crossroads of War, Gordonsville, Virginia. The history of Gordonsville dates back to 1787, when Nathaniel Gordon first purchased 1,350 acres, of which was known as Newville at the time, from a relative of President James Madison. In 1794, he applied for and was granted a license to operate a tavern, which at the time would be used as a place to eat, lodge guests, and to discuss town business. In 1839, the Louisa Railroad was granted licensing to construct a railway from Gordonsville to Richmond. In 1840, the property was sold to Richard Omohundra, but who better to continue this historical adventure than Angel May, the administrator of the Exchange Hotel and Civil War Museum.
My name is Angel May, and I am the administrator of the Exchange Hotel Civil War Medical Museum. I am also the vice president of the board of directors of Historic Gordonsville Incorporated, which owns and operates the Exchange Hotel Civil War Medical Museum. I want to share a little bit of the history with you of the museum. It was actually purchased by Richard Omohundra of Fluvanna County in 1840. It was actually a tavern up until 1859, when there was a fire in the summer kitchen, and the embers came over and hit the tavern and actually burnt it to the ground. When Mr. Omohundra rebuilt, he actually rebuilt the building as a hotel. The reason he did so is because there were railroad tracks that were brought here in 1840 with the Louisa Railroad, and then by 1854 the Orange and Alexandria tracks were brought here as well. and people needed lodging. And so that's why he rebuilt it as a hotel instead of a tavern. And he called it the Exchange Hotel because you would have to exchange trains to get to your next leg of travel. It was operated as such up until the Civil War. When the First Battle of Manassas broke out is when the Confederates came in and took the building and property over, and they actually used it as a hospital. It was called the Gordonsville Forwarding and Receiving Hospital, and it was used as such until the end of the Civil War. We treated 70,000 troops here over the course of the war, with a little over 700 deaths here. It was operated by South Carolinian doctors. They were the best doctors in the field at that time. It was used as the hospital up until the end of the war, when it was actually occupied by the Union troops. They came in to burn the building down, and the only thing that saved it was the fact that we had 11 Union soldiers still being treated here. And so they couldn't burn down a building with their men in it, so they actually came in and occupied it and used it as a Freedmen's Bureau. The Freedmen's Bureau was an institution that was put together by the federal government during the Reconstruction period for the newly freed slaves. And this is where the newly freed slaves were able to come and get an education. They got health care, and they also adjudicated court cases because now they were free. They were able to fight for things that they thought were just, and we have different cases that were actually adjudicated here at the hotel.
We wanted to speak with different people to see what they would consider to be their best paranormal experience at the Exchange Hotel.
One of our most memorable experiences here concerning the paranormal was back in September of 2015. I was actually out of town at a paranormal conference, and I had a part-time student that works here for me on the weekends. And she was playing with her phone, sitting at the register all by herself, not a soul in the house. And she caught from the corner of her eye what she thought was the postcard rack moving on its own. So she calls me in a panic, doesn't know what to do. And I explained to her that there's no way I can come and be with her because I'm 8 hours away. And so I actually called one of our board members to come and sit with her, and he did. And they rewound the video because we have video cameras running 24/7 here. And they rewound it and videotaped it and sent it to me. And the postcard rack actually moves all by itself, and you can see that there are a lot of shadows and things and movements when the postcard rack moves by itself. So that was a pretty cool experience.
My name is Untitled, and I am a member of Twisted Paranormal Society. And my most memorable experience at the Exchange Hotel is when we were in the camera room, where they have all of the cameras that show in every room and in the hallway on the 3rd floor. And I was talking with somebody, and he was talking about how the 3rd floor is really, really active and how you can always feel the heaviness. And right on cue, this orb shows, and it comes up this stairway and comes around into the room, and then it flashes right in front of you. It's just right on cue.
My name's Lyle Lights. I am the co-founder and director of the Twisted Paranormal Society. And probably my most memorable experience here, I've actually had very many experiences here, but probably the one that stands out the most to me would be when it was 4 of us up on the 3rd floor, and we were talking to Emma, and we were calling out to her, asking her to let us know that she was here. And she goes, "Hello." And all 4 of us actually heard it on the floor. So that was probably one of the best experiences that I've had here.
We had a group here on a Saturday night that had rented the location to do an investigation. We were over in the kitchen area in Olivia's room, and the guy was actually rubbing my shoulder and talking to Olivia. Angel was recording with the X-Cam.
Probably wondering what happened to us.
Okay, now, John, you are red, and Missy, you are green, and something is dancing on top of your head.
On me?
On top of your head. Its legs are on, like, where your boobs are. Yeah, and its torso is up where your head is. And it's, like, going nuts. It looks like it's beating the crap out of your face.
We caught her, Olivia, coming over and pounding on my head with her hands. I had said prior to that I had a headache, and Angel said, you know, she had caught it. So when we went back and reviewed, we had captured her actually on my lap, beating me with her hands.
Recently, we came by, and we weren't really doing a full investigation, but we went into the depot, and while standing there, it got extremely heavy. It pretty much felt like they were surrounding us. We were able to see shadow figures. We were touched. It just felt very like they were very curious as to why we were in there that night.
My name is Ryan Jones. I am host of the Freaking Awesome Paranormal show on the Vibe Radio Network. One of my favorite experiences here, I was in the depot with a friend of mine, and we caught an EVP, what sounded like a little girl singing, which really kind of creeped me out. I also was able to catch an EVP of a man saying, "Please help me," on there. So I thought those were very interesting.
It is now time for Angel to take the girls on a walk of the grounds to share some of the paranormal occurrences that have taken place over the years. First stop, the hotel itself.
So one time when I was doing a tour here, I actually came up to Dr. Bagby's room, and I sat on a chair that was right beside the bed, and I felt like I was communicating with the spirit of a small child. And then all of a sudden, I felt something messing with the right side of my hair. So I just sat there, kind of freaked me out a little bit, and then all of a sudden, my hair was yanked. That was it. I said, I'm going downstairs. This is the area where there is the claim of a nurse that shot herself. Said that she seen so much that she kind of went crazy, and she took a .45 and shot herself here. And EVPs, it sounds just like a gunshot right here.
How?
Another time is we were doing a night tour here. We were walking up the stairs, and we had the voice recorder in our hands, and we caught a really cool EVP. You can hear the footsteps coming up the stairs very clearly, but we didn't hear it with our own ears. When we listened back to the voice recorder, we captured this little girl that was singing and talking in with who is our whistler. We have a guy that's up here on the 3rd floor that whistles Beethoven all the time. So you can hear him whistling, and then you hear her go, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. It was a really clear Class A EVP.
Do you know about how old the little girl is, or her
Yes.
name?
Yes, her name is Emma. We did an EVP session up here after we found her feet prints on the floor here when we were mopping. And we said, who's here with us? And we got the EVP that said Emma. And we said, how old are you, Emma? And she said 7.
As Angel was taking the girls to the summer kitchen, she had to leave and go back to the main hotel to take care of some customers. While waiting in the kitchen area, something started to focus on Merlin. What happened, Merlin?
It felt like it was burning.
Where were you standing at?
Right in the middle of the room.
She was just standing there, and all of a sudden she said, ouch.
Yep.
You got some blood there.
Yeah. She said ouch and walked right to the door to look to see what happened.
What did I do to you people?
I know, I'm shocked because we've been talking about how pretty it is in here.
I know. Maybe they don't like the renovations.
And Rachel said her ear got real hot. Like
Burning.
just hot.
Well, check your ear.
Yeah.
Make sure your ear
It
isn't.
just feels really hot, like it's burning. It doesn't feel like it's been touched or hit or scratched or anything. It just feels really hot. Does it look like anything?
It looks red.
It feels red.
Yeah.
Huh.
And they were
It is.
standing.
And this one's fine. It doesn't feel like anything at all.
Yeah. Turn it back around again. Yeah, it looks
I
red.
don't know.
It is red.
It didn't
Yeah.
happen until we got in here.
Here she comes.
And so I'll take you guys to Olivia's room and show you and tell you what happened in here too.
Okay. Now, can you tell us a little bit about who Olivia was and how you found out she was here?
Yeah, all through EVPs. And we believe that Olivia was a prostitute here because Gordonsville was the #2 R&R during the Civil War. Richmond was #1 and Gordonsville was #2. And they said that there were 28 brothels here on Main Street.
Wow.
You know, 14,000 troops here at any given one time. They need some entertainment. And so we have documentation of a woman that came here to stay with her aunt, and she worked at a brothel here on Main Street. Her name was Olivia Shiflett. And we believe that this building was used as well because it was right next to the hospital. And a few of the EVPs that we captured had her pleasuring a guy. That's the only way I can think of to describe it. So this is Major Richard's room, and he was actually the quartermaster here during the Civil War. A quartermaster had a huge responsibility. He was in charge of unloading the trains. He was also in charge of the personal effects of the soldiers that passed away here. He had to gather everything up and send it back to the families and things like that. I think he's got a bad rap so far. I personally have never had any bad experiences with him in here, but a lot of people have. We've actually seen his full-bodied apparition right here. We captured an EVP of him saying to my son, "Get out of the way, boy," when there was a train coming by. My son was sitting at the top of the stairs when he was doing a public tour. And so we didn't hear it with our ears, but we captured it later. He's usually standing over in the corner of the room, kind of menacing. People are afraid of him, but I don't think it's necessarily because he's a bad guy. I think it's because he's just a responsible person. You know, he was
Very disciplined.
Yes, very
A
disciplined.
lot on his shoulders.
Yeah.
Angel then took the girls to the final location, the depot.
Okay, so we're gonna go in the depot. This is one of the darkest places on the property. It kind of gives me the creeps, I'm not even gonna lie. This is the building that was used to house all of the bodies during the Civil War that arrived on the train. And one of the youngest doctors that was here wrote in his memoirs that they were stacked as high as the rafters like cordwood. So,
Do you know how many bodies there were?
well, at any given one time, you don't know. It depends on, you know, which trains pulled up after which battles. So, you know, you can't really say that there were. But if they were stacked as high as cordwood to the rafters, that's a lot of bodies. Yeah.
And they were just stacked on top of each other?
And I do believe that some of them were actually just unconscious, not dead. You know? How devastating would that be? So this is the freight depot. As you can tell, it's just a big empty shell now. There's a door back here that we believe is where the wagon will pull up and pick up the bodies and take them out to the cemetery to bury them. The main door is here, the little sliding doors. And then this section is where they would have bought the tickets and things like that when it was used as a depot. This building was burnt in July of 1862. Folks first Michigan come in and probed the town and burnt 2 storefronts and 30 feet of our depot here. And so I was out here with a group, and one of the people took a photograph of me. It was back in the corner of the building, and it was the oddest thing. One whole side of my face looked like it was melted, and the other side looked normal.
Oh my
And
gosh.
so I think that that was just their way of showing me that it had been, you know, caught on fire before.
Wow.
This place is pretty creepy. We've got, you know, full-bodied apparitions. We've got full light decorations up in the rafters.
Do you think there's multiple in here?
Oh,
Multiple
absolutely.
spirits?
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. It's more of a heavy feeling in here.
Mhm.
Yeah. We've got lights on now. I don't like to come out here with the lights off. What's wrong?
I don't know, all of a sudden my left ear started hurting really bad. I can't breathe.
Can you back off from her, please? We just came in here to talk to you, okay? We're not here to harm you, and we appreciate the same,
I
okay?
don't think it's one of the boys.
You okay?
Yeah, it was like my throat closed up.
You need to walk outside?
No,
Okay.
they're moving on.
Okay.
It was like I just walked up and bam. I smelled the major for a minute.
Did you?
Did you?
Well, they say he was very tall. Angel said he was very
Horse sweating leather.
You know,
There
I
he is.
smell.
He's strong.
I
There he
smell the
is.
leather.
I do too.
Anything picking up on there?
I think that's doing the same thing.
Major, are you in here working tonight?
He's back. Here he comes.
Oh, did you hear that?
He's back. Here he comes.
Oh, did you hear that? Oh my gosh.
What?
Someone just touched you?
Yeah. Just caught me off guard.
Somebody touched you?
Yeah, back here, my head.
Come over here.
Who's
Smell
behind
this.
us?
Smell this.
I can feel it. I can feel it.
Did you,
It's the major.
It just got cold.
It did.
Here he is.
Yeah.
Feel it?
Here he comes.
Feel it? It, huh?
He's like dragged here.
I mean, it's like a chill,
It is. It's
big chill
cold.
right here.
Uh-huh.
Come this way, see if it gets.
Are you showing yourself? Can you come on out from inside there for us?
Oh, he's back.
Come on. You need to do something, let us know you're here.
Somebody following Lyle around.
Good, follow me.
Every time you come over this way, it just gets.
At times during our investigations, we like to be creative with ways to help spark possible activity. This time we decided to play some period music to see if we could get them to start responding.
All right, Timothy.
That was my chair. I'm just speechless.
Whoa.
Okay, I just got chills from one end to the other.
Come on out, front center.
Wow.
Yeah, big boom. Come on out and enjoy the music with us.
Me?
Come on, let's get a beer. Come on.
Yeah, we'll dance.
We'll dance. I don't know how to dance to
They
this.
just got really excited.
Hey, come on. Come on,
We'll
Richard.
dance. Oh, we put the recorder down.
They asked if we wanted to dance. But how do you do it?
I don't know.
No.
You gotta teach us.
Wow. Okay, they're real excited now. Okay,
Here.
just stand there and see if you get a partner come up.
Here.
While the girls were trying to interact with the residents of the depot, you could start to feel a change in the activity taking place.
Somebody's reaching down from the rafters and told them put their fingers on my face, touch my hair. He's back here.
Somebody back there?
Yeah, the major came back here for a little bit.
Did you not like the music major? We're sorry if you didn't. You like to keep things just so, don't you? Keep everybody in line.
What was that?
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 I don't know.
That didn't sound like it was outside.
You
It
think?
did, but not far enough to be the road.
Was that,
Railroad track?
was
What's
that
that
you
now?
major like
It
me
sounded
know?
like a blue.
Yeah, I heard that.
Oh, it was right after I was talking about him keeping everybody in line.
They get them all stirred up.
Merlin, what's going on back there? Merlin? Hey, Merlin.
I think she's in her zone.
She must be.
Merlin. Can you hear me?
Wow.
What's going on?
I don't know.
I'm watching every move you're making.
It's me walking. What do you mean you don't know?
Somebody around you?
You okay?
I feel hot. It's not very warm in here.
Are they up here around you,
The cold trail in here.
Are you?
Yep.
Merlin? Are they up here around you?
You're getting a little bit out of line,
Something?
huh?
You got your guard up, right? That's me.
You need your
No,
maybe straighten
you're
up.
cold. You feel cool.
I'm hot.
You need to sit down?
You want that music you want to like?
Why don't you sit down? You need to go on out of here?
Red.
Red?
Red?
Red.
Red what?
I keep seeing the color red. Just red, 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 red.
Mm.
What is red?
It's
What does
awful.
red mean to you?
Well, there was a lot of red in here. You gotta think about it. Just right back here in the
Just
corner.
when I close my eyes, it's
Yeah.
red, red, red,
Yeah,
red.
right here behind you. You know, they stacked the bodies back over in this corners here.
I'm hot. I feel like I'm sweating. Everywhere.
Earlier, Angel had shared about the fire that had consumed over 30% of the depot. Could Merlin be starting to pick up on the effects of that fire?
Big, not bad.
Somebody saw way too much blood. Too much blood.
And they're expressing it now.
It consumed their existence.
Yeah.
Well, you know, if it is like Tana was saying, then they may not be going to communicate with us.
What's that?
They may just be residual. Or
I don't think, I think, because I get help, again, it's like they have a lot to say, but that part I don't know, but it's like all I hear is help, 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 and I just think they have a lot to say. The Exchange Hotel, March 12th, 10:15, in Olivia's room. I know. It does.
maybe we can get her to come out. It's a Saturday night. I think if you conducted business.
I feel it all around my head.
Maybe we're talking about something that's hard for her.
Huh?
Want to turn it on? She seems to like this.
Sure, go ahead.
We're gonna turn something on, Olivia, that you that might make it easier for you to talk to us.
Can you come to now, Olivia? Can you say hello?
Hello, Olivia. How you doing? What is your name? Talk to the guy, come through there. What's your name?
John?
What is your name? Talk to the guy, come through there. What's your name?
Who is John?
I have company. A customer?
Are you here seeing Olivia?
Alright, John, let's go.
Are you waiting for Olivia, John? Are you waiting for Olivia, John?
Say it again.
I feel like it sounded like you said hold on right after. It sounded like two syllables.
Yeah.
All right, so we just came back with a few of us this time, or a couple of us, just Sean and I. We sent all the girls up to Major Richard's room.
Figured you didn't want to dance with them, we'd come back and see why.
All right, so you just got guys in here now. We'd like to see you come on out. Can you come on out the door? Come out here and sit with us. We put a chair up there for you.
Can you tell us your name?
You know, we didn't bring anything over here with us. So you can walk all around us. Come on, I know you're right here beside us. I can feel you. It's like you're all over me. What are you getting so close for? What are you getting so close for? Why don't you walk right on around in front of us over here? Come on, don't stay behind us, come in front of us. We can't see you.
Can one of you make a noise and knock? One of you make a noise and knock?
When we were in here earlier, footsteps. Two of them, 2 steps. Yeah, we were in here earlier. Merlin said all she could see was red.
I keep seeing the color red, just red, 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 red.
So I take it there must have been a lot of blood in here at times.
So you are waiting for Olivia? Is she not in here yet? She is. What? Hi.
Oh, come in the trailer.
Hi, Olivia. That's creepy.
How you doing, Olivia?
What is it?
Who else is in here with us?
That is really creepy. I don't know what we're hearing.
What is that? Are you playing with it?
You know what? There are Indians in here.
You Cherokee?
Are there Indians up with us right now?
What are you doing?
When we were in Olivia's room and we heard that talking over the SB11, and it was like a chanting or somebody talking in another language, but it was a male that just kept talking and talking and talking, and I couldn't understand, none of us could really understand what he was saying. And then it just turned down on its own, and I've never ever heard an SB11 do that. I don't know if I ever will again.
What are you doing? They turned it down. They just turned it down.
That is so, I've never ever heard that happen, ever.
I thought I heard something back this way.
Did you just turn down the
They just turned it down, look.
Yeah. Did you not like it? Do you not like that noise?
We see you up there.
You finally decided to come out, didn't you?
Why don't you come on down a little further?
Was that you that was making all that noise? Outside? We thank you. Come on back for us. There you are. We see you.
Nice. Can you raise your right hand? I'll raise mine. Can you just wave? Wave at us. Hello? You're standing a little still. Can you move for us? Let us know that you hear us.
If you can, raise your left arm. Is he raising? He is, isn't he? You're raising your left arm. Thank you very much. That means you can hear us.
Is anybody else in here with you? Tell them to come join you. Tell them we're not bad. We're here just to talk. There you are.
Will you get down on the floor now?
Are you the same one we just talked to, or are you different?
You look different.
You look like you're dancing. Two of them.
Did you just whisper something, Emma? Emma, if you're trying to talk, honey, can you talk a little louder? Did you join in when they were playing Ring Around the Rosie?
What's that? I thought I heard something.
Yeah, did something like somebody breathe in that?
No, I heard that.
Is that what you heard?
I heard something.
Or if it's not you, Emma, if it's someone else, can you knock on something and let us know you're up here?
Someone's digging in my leg.
Digging into your leg.
Digging into my leg.
Are there injured soldiers up here making Merlin feel the pain that you felt?
Like someone was like right there.
Or is there a doctor in there operating on Merlin's leg?
What was that?
That's what
Her family
Did you
has
hear that
something.
too?
yes.
Sound like,
Uh-huh.
You want to come in the room where you at with you? Oh, come in the room where you at, if it's all right. Let's leave off. Step on the floor. Oh, come in the room where you at, if it's all right. Let's leave off. Step on the floor.
So everybody knows we are in the depot. It's our final session of the night. We came back to pay a visit to whoever this is we saw earlier. Merlin is actually standing over there in that same area where he is being picked out at. Right in there.
Okay.
He's watching you.
Come on.
He's
Come down. Come. Don't get alarmed. Come here. Come down here where I am.
Back a little bit more, Merlin.
Camera to show off.
He's still.
He stepped on your shoulder. He's on you.
Come on.
He's on your shoulder now.
Move over a little bit more towards. No, the other way. The other way. Keep going that way a little bit. Keep going that way. All right, right there. Stay right there.
Okay, you checking to see if I'm safe?
Can you reach out with your right hand and touch her? Look at him.
The left hand did.
Look at him reaching out there at her.
Oh my gosh.
You feeling it, Merlin?
Thank you so much.
Do you trust
That
me?
is amazing.
Do you trust me? I promised to bring you some food. What do you think? I brought it.
All right, let your arm down some, Merlin.
We brought apple pie.
He might be gone.
Where'd you go?
Dunno.
Not there.
Do you feel him anymore, Merlin?
It's like just a little shimmer in the air, but it's come back, son. Come on. Come.
Why don't you get the food out?
Come on.
As I had mentioned previously, we like to do things that may help to try to spark the activity. This time, Merlin thought it would be great to try and share a meal with the residents of the depot.
If I show you real chicken, I get one. Show
Is
you
it gonna do it?
Say what?
There it is.
That's good chicken.
That was good chicken if you didn't understand.
Chicken.
Good chicken. There's a difference.
That was some good chicken.
It's only good chicken when you're eating it.
They probably understand him better than they understand us.
Look, you see all the food she brought you?
See this?
Look, 1 foot.
For you.
Oh, they're putting on.
Come on down and get some food.
Come here.
Look at him. What's he
I won't tell,
doing?
Major. I won't tell.
What's he doing,
I won't
John?
tell. He's in bed. Trust me.
Climbing that wall.
He's climbing the wall.
Come on.
There's a second
Oh,
one.
there is a second one that just came in.
Come on.
Let's push them off the table.
Hell, he's still as hell. He's reaching out for it.
Come on.
They both just jumped
Look,
down.
look down here.
Did they get down on the floor?
Yeah, see that?
Come on.
Are you serious?
See the movement over there?
I will not tell the major. He's in bed.
Are they down on the floor?
But there's rods. I don't know what that's.
Oh,
See, he
jumped
jumped
back
up. He
up.
jumped right back up. Did you get that?
Yep. Oh no, I didn't. You moved the camera. That looks like a dog now.
It does.
Come back down here.
It's on all fours.
It is on all fours.
Yeah.
Come here.
Come on, jump down.
Come here.
That is on all fours. That is freaking nuts.
That chicken. You smell that chicken?
You got a question? Go ahead.
Come here.
Raise your right hand again for me.
Come
Right
on.
paw. Thank you. Very nice. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Look at him, he just flipped.
Back flip.
Are you stuck?
He's thinking. Look at him now. He's looking out.
That's a freaking shapeshifter or something.
It's gotta be.
You don't have to do anything to try to scare people off.
It's like he's hanging there. Isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Like he feels like he's got to scare us out of here.
Well, we're only going to go because we want to go and we're tired, not because you told us or try to scare us. The one on the right just kind of... Hey, he's tapping him on the shoulder.
He did, didn't he?
He did.
Look at him, he's punching him. What the hell is you going to say? That's not a figure, but it is. What? Quit hitting him.
Quit hitting each other.
Quit kicking him. He's kicking him now.
How long his legs are stretching to the ground.
The one that was on all fours?
Well, the one that's doing the hitting doesn't have a head, and if he took his arms and got down on the floor, it would be the same shape and everything, except his legs are a lot longer. Well, he is just belligerent.
Leave him alone. No room for you.
I mean, kick him with both feet.
No room. I'm taking room. That's it. You're gonna fight. No room for you. Hey. Stop it.
I was pants if he takes his left hand and swings that toward her.
Yeah. Go ahead. Do it.
Walk another step closer, Merlin.
Come on. What are you gonna do?
Right, about right there, and just there you go. Oh, you hit him and he disappeared instantly.
Good. You don't need to be smacking people.
He jumped on top of her.
As Merlin begins to move towards the entities, you will see what appears to be a light anomaly shoot off towards her. As she begins to back away, you will notice another light anomaly form and move off as well. Could these have been the two possible figures captured on the SLS camera? As our investigation comes to a close, and the sun begins to rise on the Exchange Hotel, you can't help but reflect on the vision of Richard Omohandra's Grand Hotel, and how it served as a resting spot for many weary travelers, as a receiving hospital for the sick and wounded during many Civil War battles fought in Virginia, and even today, as a location rich with beauty, history, and a touch of mystery. So if you are in the Gordonsville, Virginia area, be sure to stop by and take the historical tour. You may just get to meet one of the many past residents that still roam the halls and keep this museum ranked as the 15th most haunted location throughout the United States.